Okey, jom kita tengok dulu, okey, pasal organizing, okey. Kita tengok recording untuk daripada Profesor Datuk Abdul Murad Ahmad, okey. Apa yang Datuk kata pasal, okey, lecture pasal organizing, okey.
To all student East-West and UITM. Subject is on fundamental of management. Today topic 4, organizing. Okay, this is the learning outcome, definition.
Sekejap, ya. Saya besarkan di loading.
Organizing process, division, types, span, and so on. We go to detail. What is organizing? Organizing is the second key management function after planning. So we have learned earlier the PLOC, planning, organization. Yeah. So this is the number 2 lah, the planning, organization. So planning which coordinates human efforts, arranges resources and incorporates the two in such a way which help the achievement of the objective or the goals of the company. It involves deciding the ways and means and which the plans can be implemented. Very simple lah. You want to go for a picnic with your friends, what you need to do? Organize yourself kan? So same thing lah. There's a simple meaning of organizing. Yeah? So it entails defining jobs and working relationships. So all the detail lah. Let's say you want to go for a picnic. You need to prepare for your foods, for your gear, for all the in case you want to picnic on the seaside, all the things you need lah. So you need to organize it. Same thing like in a company. So we have to organize all.
Sekejap saya nak tukar internet. USB lambat. Saya ambil internet saya juga. Okey, mula sekejap.
All the things that you need to be implement to achieve the objective or the goals of the company. Also design a structure which distinguishes duties in order to maintain smoothness and effectiveness in operation. So every person, we will design the job scope lah, what they have to do, so that they will be part and parcel of the organizing to achieve the goals, which need to run it smoothly and effectively. Otherwise, their goals cannot be achieved. So characteristic, okay, they have this following characteristic. So organizing is number 1 is division of level lah. That means every person will be divided what kind of job scope they have to do. For example, in this college, so we also have the organizing. We have the lecturers, we have the academic staff, we have the admin staff, we have the supporting staff. So each person have to do their own work. So we call it division of labor, division of jobs that each of them have to do. And then we coordinate lah. So the lecturers, the academic staff, the administration staff, the supporting staff need to coordinate together so that we can deliver the class and teach the student. The objective in our case, like in a college, is teaching the student, because our business is teaching and learning. Yeah. Then the authority, responsibility, structure, communication. Yeah. So once we have the objective, we have to divide each person authority, yeah, and responsibility, so that they cannot blame others if they fail to implement the job scope or the labor we have assigned to them. Then the last part is communication. So we communicate. Then if we can communicate, and effectively understood by all the person involved in this organizing, then the objective can be achieved. Yeah. You take for example, just now you want to go picnic. If one of you miss one of the job, let's say you're supposed to bring a gear for scuba diving. So this guy forgot to bring the gear for the scuba diving. So in the end, you go to picnic. Can you go for scuba diving? You can't. That means your objective going picnic fail or not? It's fail lah, because you want to go for scuba diving in the picnic, but now you don't have gear to go scuba diving. So same thing in the operation of the company. Okay, I explained to you just now the division of labor, coordinating, objective, authority, communication, all I already explained. It's just a note there. Okay, so division labor, I will explain to you the separation of work process in number of tasks. Each task is with each task performed by a separate person or group. It is most often applied to system of mass production as in one of basic organizing principle of assembly line. I give you simple example just now if you want to go picnic, but here we're talking about organizing. Normally we're talking about big operation. Let's say operation of production of motor cars. You just can imagine, yeah, the division of labor. Each person or each section or if each department have to perform their task so that they can achieve the objective in the end to produce the complete car that the factory need to produce. The consequent reduction in production time, ability to replace craftsmen and lower paid unskilled workers result in lower production costs and less expensive final product. So if you organize it efficiently, so most likely you can lesser or lower the production cost. Otherwise, the product can be expensive, the final product, and nobody will buy a product because another car manufacturer produce the same car at a lower price of you because they are better organized, they are better efficiency, so you can't compete with them. So this is the uh, problem happening if you don't organize your operation effectively. Contrary to popular belief, however, division of labor does not necessarily lead to decrease in skill, known to be proletarianization among the working population. Well, some believe they said it does not decrease the cost, but it depends on the each situation, uh, each factory or each kind of operation. So it may be true, but again, everything is depend on what kind of thing that you're talking. You have to compare here apple to apple. If you compare apple with oranges, yes, maybe they said the division level does not say lead to decrease. So depend. But we're talking about in general lah. But always there are exceptional to the general rule. So you have to see both sides of the story. Okay, the process organizing is a core function which binds all activities and resources together in systematic and logical sequence. As I said just now, if you go to a picnic, this is a good example how you organize the thing. So it encompasses a number of steps which are pursued to achieve the goals, the organization's goal. So when you start organizing,
Okay, class. Apa itu based on the lecture tadi? Okay. So what do you understand about the definition of organizing? Can someone give me? What is your understand about organizing? Cuba siapa nama dia ni? Amelia Diana, can you explain explain what is organizing? Oh, Amelia. Dia kata Amelia. Amelia. Okey, kalau Amelia tak dengar, kita minta tanya dekat Farisa. Farisa, cuba. What is organizing? Organizing tu apa? In your own words lah yang you faham tentang organizing. Cara kita manage benda-benda apa tu? Cara kita manage sesuatu perkara lah, sama ada aktiviti ataupun dalam syarikat sendiri. Okay, kita kena ada organizing ataupun kita ada organisasi. Bila dalam management ataupun company, kita kena ada carta organisasi kan? Betul tak? Ada tak carta organisasi? Siapa yang berada ke atas, siapa ketua. Okay, itu adalah kita nampak dekat situ lah. Organizing maknanya company tu dia organize. Okay, melalui yang pertama dia ada carta organisasi. Okay, yang tu lah tadi division of labor. Okay, siapa nombor satu, siapa CEO, yang kedua siapa. Okay, contoh dalam college, ada CEO, ada lecturers, ada academic staff. Okay, ada admin staff. Ada admin staff. So ada kat situ ada organisasi dia ataupun division of labor. Okay, sama juga kalau dalam manufacturing company. Okay, manufacturing company ataupun company yang lebih besar. Okay, company yang conglomerate tu, corporate, mesti ada carta organisasi. It means that dia applykan organizing proses di dalam syarikat mereka. Okay, so kena ada apa? Karakteristik of the organizing adalah dia ada division of labor. Lagi ada apa? Kita ada objectives. Kalau you tengok dekat setiap organisasi mesti dia ada objektif dia tu sendiri. Okay? Contoh kalau company, kalau education, college, dia objektif dia apa? Untuk memberikan education, okay, kepada pelajar. Okay, itu objektif dia. Lagi, lepas tu ada apa lagi? Selain daripada objektif, kita ada authority ataupun responsibility. Siapa yang bertanggungjawab, siapa yang berperanan untuk mengajar, contohnya lecturer. Okay, kita ada dia punya characteristic of authority. Maksudnya tanggungjawab. Okay, and then last characteristic about organizing iaitu adalah communicating ataupun communication. Okay, kalau sesuatu organisasi tu dia berjaya, okay, dia applykan organizing, okay, maknanya dia mesti communicate each other. Okay, setiap orang dalam organisasi tu mesti communicate each other. Okay, itulah yang kita sebut sebagai organizing. Okay, yang kita ada berapa benda tadi? Ada division of labor, lagi apa lagi? Lupa dah saya. Objective, okay. Authority, okay. Yang keempat apa tadi? Apa dia nama dia? Mana benda Allah tu tadi? Communicating. Apa dia? Tak dengar. Coordinating. Pandai. Coordinate tu maknanya kita make sure lah seorang tu mesti dia akan bila dia buat kerja, orang lain pun kena tolong, contoh dia. And then apa lagi yang masalah tak selesai, dia koordinatkan supaya setiap task ataupun objektif itu tu akan tercapai. Okay, itulah proses pula. Itulah secara overall about organizing. Okay. So lagi dekat situ, next dia kata organizing process. Okay, kita tengok pula organizing process. Apa yang ada dekat organizing process? Jom kita tengok.
There should be steps to be taken from A to Z lah. You cannot jump from one to another. There should be step 1, step 2, step 3. Even you walk, you need to walk the step one by one. So same thing. Yeah, explaining. Okay, this is the process of organizing. First, you identify the division of work. Then you departmentalize it. Let's say we take, for example, now in the car manufacturing. Yeah. So they identify division of work. Certain party, certain working to produce the body of the car. Certain people produce the engine of the car. Certain people producing the painting of the car. So you identify the division of work, and then you departmentalize it. So each type of work, each department, and then you assign the task. That means you assign the people to do the work. Then establishment of organizational hierarchy. So in the task, in the work, maybe there are 30 people need to produce the body of the car. So there should be the manager, there should be the supervisor, there should be the foreman, there should be technician, and then the last also down the line will be the general workers. So you have to set the hierarchy so that people know their job and they report to the next people for whatever problem they have. From the general worker, they have to maybe report to the supervisor first. They cannot just go to the manager and talk about their problem. So we call it organizational hierarchy. Then provision of resources to members. Yes, you need to produce a body car, so you need to allocate the resources, the material that you need to produce the body car to each workers or each members of the working group. So coordination of efforts and scheduling of activities. So even scheduling of activities, coordination. Let's say you're producing the car, so you don't need the tire now. So you cannot be sending the car tire to the assembly line yet, because they're not ready for the fixing up the tire, for example, or fixing up the wiper of the car. So this need a coordination. When the thing need to be arrived, when the thing not ready to be used. So all this we need the coordination. If not, you have all the material on the side and they'll be clumsy. Then the workspace is not to be efficient, need to be done. Yeah. So these are some parts of the process of the organizing. So we already talked just now. I already explained activation, division of work, departmentalization, assignment of tasks to each of the workers. Yeah, all explained already. Then the hierarchy, resources, coordinating effort, all I have already generally explained, but there's in detailed writing there that you can read and understand. Types of
Okey. Tengok tadi ada Datuk ada sentuh sedikit pasal okey. Dia ada banyak lagi tu you boleh baca sendirilah sebenarnya. Tapi kalau kita tengok kepada proses dia ni, okey. Process of organizing. Okey, sama juga kalau contohlah. Okey, kat mana-mana pun kita akan gunakan proses ni. Organizing. Okey. Dekat rumah, dekat company, dekat syarikat, okey, dekat sekolah. Okey. Sehari-harian, contoh kalau you nak, kan kita dah boleh bercuti kan kat tempat mana-mana yang kita suka sekarang ni. Okey. Contoh nak pergi Cameron ke, macam tadi Datuk ada inform. Dia bagi contoh, kalau kita nak pergi piknik ke, kita nak pergi mana-mana, so kita kena organize. Organize function ataupun activities. Okay. Semua tu pun menggunakan juga process of organizing. Okay. Ataupun dalam company ataupun kilang pembuatan kereta. So, Datuk dia ambil example pasal manufacturing the cars. Dia kata, okay, so kena ada juga yang pertama sekali apa proses dia, identification and division of work. Jom kita tengok elaboration pasal identification and elaboration and division of work. Sekejap. Tengok. Okay, apa identification and division of work tu dia beritahu. Organizing process begins with identifying the work and dividing them as per the plan. Okay, basically the work is classified into different manageable activities to avoid redundancy and sharing of work is encouraged. Okay, so masa mula-mula tu Kata nak organize pergi aktiviti pergi piknik ataupun pergi melancong ke Cameron Highland. Okay. So you identify dulu berapa banyak kerja yang kena kita settlekan ataupun kena buat sebelum kita pergi uh, ke Cameron Highland. Okay. Pertama, apa kerja yang kena ada? Mestilah kena apa kelas? Sebelum kita nak pergi bercuti tu, apa yang kita kena buat? Cepat. Apa yang kita kena buat? Sebelum kita nak identify dulu kita punya kita nak identify work ni. Okay. Apa yang perlu kita lakukan? Okay, what is the step for you to go to the Cameron Highland? You to organize activity nak pergi Cameron Highland. Apa dia? Masa. Okay, very good. Okay, betul. Selain daripada tu, apa lagi sebelum nak pergi tu? Apa yang kena buat kalau you nak bermalam dekat Cameron Highland? Takkan nak pergi sehari? Cari hotel. Okay? Cari hotel. Kita kena buat tempahan. Okay? So, tengok. Kita identify lah. Okay. Kerja apa yang nak kena buat? Kena tempah hotel. Lepas tu yang kedua kena apa? Booking lah kan? Booking hotel. Okay, ataupun cari hotel yang mana yang dalam bajet. Okay, so kita identifykan setiap kerja itu. Okay, after that kita barulah yang kedua adalah departmentalization. After classifying the work, kita dah tahu kerja apa yang kita nak buat into different activities. Okay, the activities having a similar nature are grouped together. Okay. This process is called as departmentalization, which facilitates specialization and forms the basis of creating departments. Okay, departmentalization ni macam mana? Okay, tadi kan kita ada ramai kan dalam family kan, ada adik, ada abang, ada kakak. So, seorang tu tolong pergi cari hotel yang bajet. Satu lagi, ada kerja juga nak suruh booking. Okay, so booking hotel dengan cari hotel tu lebih kurang sama dia punya aktiviti. Okay, so kita departmentalize kan. Okay, kita letak dia satu team. Itu maksudnya departmentalization. So kakak dengan abang satu team, satu department untuk cari hotel ataupun cari resort ke apa semua yang murah, ada bajet. Okay, and then tempah. Itu kerja dia. Itu contoh untuk departmentalization. Okay, kita combinekan aktiviti yang lebih kurang sama. Okay, aktiviti yang sama tu kita groupkan together. Itu maksudnya departmentalization. Okay, so next. Apa lagi? Okay, yang ketiga adalah assignment of the task. Okay, employees are placed in different departments under a manager called as a departmental manager. Okay, therefore, thereafter, employees are assigned the jobs as per their skills, qualification, and competencies. Okay, for the effectiveness of the performance, the manager must ensure that there is a proper match between the job and the equipment. For example, the right person has to be placed at the right job. Okay. So, sebagai contoh, samalah kalau dalam dekat syarikat anak pembuatan kereta. Okay, dalam satu department tu, department pemasangan kereta. So, kalau assignment to the task of the task macam mana? Okay, kena ada. Okay, siapa yang mahir dari segi teknikal. Okay, dia akan di-assign untuk job tersebut. Okay, siapa yang lagi terror job untuk pemasangan kereta, dia akan di-assign untuk job tertentu. Okay, mengikut kepada qualification dan competencies lah, skills. Okay, itu maksudnya assignment of the task. Okay, ataupun siapa yang terror mengarah je, dia terror mengarah je, dia jadi manager. Itu contoh dia. Okay, itu maksud assignment of the task. Okay, kita tengok next step adalah establishment of organizational hierarchy. Deployment of work is not all. The employees must be aware of whom they have to report and who can give them orders. Kena ada hierarki macam Datuk cakap tadi. Kepada siapa kita nak okay, bila kita dah siap sesuatu perkara tu, kerja tu, dekat siapa kita nak kena inform. Siapa orang atasan kita. Itu maksudnya hierarki lah. Okay. Kita kena tahulah siapa dekat siapa kita nak kena report and then siapa je yang boleh bagi arahan kepada kita. Itu maksudnya establish of organizational hierarchy lah. Okay. Sebagai contoh, kalau ada dalam trik Cameron tadi, okay, siapa ketua dia? Ayah lah kan. So ayah yang akan bagi report and ayah akan bagi arahan kepada abang, kakak, mak, adik, okay? Nak buat apa seterusnya. Lepas tu, kalau abang, kakak, mak, adik ni semua dah siap kerja dia kena report pada ayah. Itu maksud dia. Establishment of organizational hierarchy. Okay? And then, next step is provision of resources to the members. Okay, apa maksud dia? Arrangement and deployment of resources such as money, material, supplies and machine, etc. which are important to carry out day-to-day operations of the organization. Okay, contoh kalau dalam contoh example kita nak pergi Cameron tadi. So ayah dia akan providekan resources lah kepada abang yang akan tempah apa tadi? Booking hotel tadi. Apa resort ke apa lah. Okay. Homestay ke. Okay. Sediakan duit supaya abang boleh tempah resort. Okay, untuk pergi Cameron Island. Okay. And then ada apa lagi? Ayah akan sediakan satu kereta. Okay, kereta khas untuk pergi melancong. Okay. Pergi ke Cameron Highland. Naik apa? Naik Alphard. Lagi selesa kan? Ramai orang boleh naik. Okay. So maksudnya provide the resources to the members. Okay. And then last tu. Coordination of efforts and scheduling of activity. Dia kata last kali barulah kita, okay, the final step to this process is the coordination of efforts and scheduling the activities in a logical and systematic manner so that the common objective can be achieved effectively. Okay, tadi dah settle dah semua, dah book barang semua, okay, duit dah ada, kereta dah ada, okay, makanan semua ibu dah siapkan, and then apa lagi? Kita akan schedule lah activities. Pertama sekali, kita nak kena pergi mana? Okay, ni objektif untuk capai ke Cameron Highland. Kita akan bangun pukul berapa and then bertolak pada pukul berapa. Tu kita schedulekan activities in order to achieve the objectives. Sama juga kalau dalam company. Company manufacturing cars. Ada contoh. Final step dia akan coordinate and schedule. Pada hari apa kereta akan siap pasang. Dah siap chart. Okay, dah siap pasang tayar. Berapa tarikh dia, bila. Okay, kita akan schedulekan activities tersebut. Supaya objektif untuk kita keluarkan kereta, untuk jual kereta tu akan berjaya. Okay. So, setiap last kali adalah coordination of efforts and scheduling of activities. Okay, itu last step dia. Last step apa ya? Tengok ada ke tak? Last step dia. Okay. So let's look at the types of organizational structure. Apa dia contoh types of organizational structure?
Organization structure. Organization structure depends how job and tasks are formally divided, grouped and coordinated. We did explain just now early on. The type of organization structure would depend upon the type of organization itself and its philosophy and operation. Different company, different organization, they have different philosophy and different type of operation. It's all depend. There's no one fit rule that each organization will follow the same one. So depend on what you produce, depend what is your philosophy. All all these thing need to be the company should need to come up with the structure. Basically, the structure can be mechanistic or organic in nature of combination of both. Yeah, it can be using machine, everything to do the job. Some using human being. So sometimes there's a combination of both lah. So all this is part and parcel of the organizing of the production. However, most organization structures are still designed along mechanistic or classical line. Well, sometimes every production is so used to be in that kind of process, so they keep on using it. But some organization they modernize. They use robot now. Let's say, for example, in the production of car, you see less people working in the assembly line because they're using mechanistic. They use robotic. They use all other kind of things that they can replace the human being and can make it more efficient and precise in their jobs scope. So key element, work specialization. So in organization structure, you can see what number one you can see just now, work specialization. To degree article subdivided into separate job. That means not one person do all kind of mix up job. So one person will do specific module. So in proper organization, we can see this work specialization.
Alamak, dapat sikit elemen.
Departmentalization. Then after they specialize, then they departmentalize it, section by section. On what basis job will be grouped. Yeah. And then you can see the chain command. To whom individuals group report. There is the hierarchy we mentioned earlier on. Hierarchy. Hierarchy mean from bottom up or top bottom, the reporting or the instruction will go. Yeah. Span of control, how many individuals can a manager effectively, efficiently direct. So one head, one manager, maybe one supervisor, you control 10 people. Another supervisor control another 10 people. That's what they trying to say here. How many head can control people down the line? So we call it the span of control. Cannot be one person controlling 100 workers. It's very difficult to become efficiently. Centralization versus decentralization. Who will be the sole maker of decision? Okay. Some job you can centralize. Some work, some job you cannot. You have to decentralize. And then who are the one to decide which and when? This all need to be discussed in the organization structure. Formalization, to what degree will there be rules and regulation to direct employees and manager? This one formalization, we call it some sort like rules and regulation. Yeah. Oh, I mentioned here, to what degree all there be rules and regulation to direct employers and manager, so that everybody knows what to be done, not to be done according to the standard rules and regulation. So they are formalized kind of structure inside the organization. Okay, some of the most common structure are line organization. Okay, line organization is a simple form of organization that is more common among small companies. It clearly identifies authority, responsibility, and accountability by each level. We see the production of car, maybe production of bakery. So you can see line production from one section to another section. In the end, you have a bread that you produce from flour for the first uh, material they started. In the end, you can come up with a bread. Or in the line production of car, you can see in the big factory, car factory, how the production are produced in line organization. Function organization, the function organization concept originated Frederick Taylor. They permit specialist.
Okay, kelas. So, kita tengok dia punya structure ataupun jenis-jenis, okay, organizational structures, okay. Jenis-jenis organisasi structure ni dia ada banyak. Okay, so macam contoh, kalau kamu dah ada group sendiri kan, betul tak? Ada group project kan, ingat tak? Group project kamu tu, ingat lagi tak? Okay, so group project tu, okay, so untuk ingat tak group project tu dia suruh buat apa lupa dah. Mana saya letak? Dia punya, saya ada bagi kan dia punya, ada tak saya bagi awak? Apa macam tak ada je pula kan? Ada tak saya bagi berkaitan dengan dokumen yang berkaitan? Oh tak ada ya? Saya tak ada bagi lagi ke kelas? Serius lah saya tak bagi lagi. Tak ada ah? Tak ada bagi ah? Kenapa saya tak bagi lagi? Lah, saya tak bagi lagi rupa-rupanya. Kan saya dah bagi eh. Kejap. Saya cari kejap. Okey, dekat situ, you all dah ada, dah buat discussion belum untuk group? Discussion pasal nak apa? Saya tak bagi lagi eh. Sekejap, saya cari kejap. Saya rasa macam saya dah bagi kejap. Saya dah banyak sangat kelas, saya jadi macam tak ingat which class yang saya dah bagi. Sekejap tau. Betul lah kat sini. Okey, tak apa, nanti dalam group discussion tu, dalam group projek kamu kena buat, okey, satu, kena, kan ada group kan, semua dah ada group kan, 3 group semua sekali. Okey, so every group dia kena create company juga, sama macam subjek ACC 106. Okay, kebanyakan semua ACC 106 ni pernah ambil kan dengan saya Sam ni kan? Semua kan? Betul tak? Okay, kamu pun kena appoint group juga. Okay, company. Okay, dekat dalam company tu kan dia ada kita ada POLC kan? Yang pertama planning, lepas tu leading, lepas tu organizing and controlling. Okay, yang tu nanti kamu kena buat assignment. Macam saya dah cakap tapi saya tak bagi lagi kot dia punya kertas tu. Saya tapi saya tak bagi guideline tu bagi lagi. Saya terlupa lah. Sekejap. Sekejap saya ambil sekejap bagi saya 3 minit. Sekejap tau. Jangan pergi mana-mana sekejap. Okay. Cuba tengok yang dekat dalam WhatsApp group tu. Sekejap saya share dekat sini. Macam mana dia nak share? Share screen. Okay, nampak tak apa yang saya share? Okay. Nanti saya okay, yang kat sini Tengok ini group project yang saya cerita tu lah, yang ada 5 orang tu, and then dia punya report dia kena ada title, table of content. Okay, so maknanya every of the group should have company. Okay, apa dia company background awak, and then levels of management. Okay, types of manager, siapa yang jadi manager, siapa yang jadi middle manager. Okay, explain the skills involved for the different managers. Okay, setiap orang tu mesti ada, contoh human resource. Lagi department apa ada? Finance. Lepas tu operational. Tu semua kena ada. Okay, itu introduction. Lepas tu kena ada apa lagi? Nampak tak? Planning. Okay, planning dia macam yang kita dah belajar vision mission tu, kena ada apa? Okay, so at least you dah ada company background. Sekarang ni kena ada company background dengan ada planning and organizing. Hari ni kita dah belajar organizing kan. Decision making pun kita dah belajar. Okay, 3 perkara ni, 4 perkara termasuk introduction tu. At least you kena, after this, kena buat group discussion and then discuss, record discussion tu. Sama macam ACC 106, saya suruh record kan, and then hantar kepada saya. Kat situ nanti awak akan ada markah. So untuk mgt162, tolong dah boleh discuss dah dengan kawan-kawan. Okay, company's background, level of management, types of manager, and then kena buat planning untuk company kamu. Ada vision, kena ada vision, kena ada mission, types of plan, sama ada standing plan, single plan. Yang ini kita dah discuss dah sebelum ni. Okay, group yang masa week ke-3 kita dah discuss pasal week ke-3 ke kedua. Standing plan tu apa dia? Single use plan of your company. Provide an example. Tu semua dah ada, kita dah belajar. And then bagi example untuk syarikat kamu. Okay, and then yang ketiga adalah organizing. Organizing yang kita belajar hari ni tadi. Okay, kita belajar hari ni types of departmentalization which involve in your company. Macam tadi saya cakap, you organize, informkan ada berapa banyak department dalam syarikat kamu. And then types of organization. Hari ni yang kita nak belajar ni. Okay, what is the type of organizational structure? Sama ada flat ke, line ke. Sekejap lagi kita tengok organizational structure. Apa dia yang ada. Okay, and then kena ada diagram of the structure. Diagram tu macam carta organisasi lah. Okay, kalau you kata company kamu guna organizational flat, ataupun kalau white structure, macam mana bentuk dia? Sekejap lagi kita tengok. Okay, locus of decision making. Yang ni kita dah belajar juga. Decision and non-program decision. Ni last 2 week dah belajar. Need to give an example in your company how manager dealing with a problem issue to come out with a decision making. Kalau tak ingat apa dia, you tengok balik dekat dalam saya punya recording tu, ada 2 part. Part yang pertama pasal decision making dengan part yang kedua ada cerita apa dia program decision and non-program decision. So apa yang you kena buat, discuss dengan group kamu, discuss apa dia, ada tak dalam company tu kamu buat program decision ataupun non-program decision. Kena identify dia, apa benda, isu dia apa berkaitan dengan decision making yang kamu buat. Okay, so sampai kepada decision making tu kita dah, maksudnya kamu dah kena ada satu rough, roughly lah, tentang assignment kamu tu kena ada progress. Okay, sampai mana progress assignment kamu tu, daripada introduction, planning, organizing and decision making. So dari sampai situ yang kamu kena ada progress yang kena ada lah nanti untuk, saya rasa saya dah beritahu so submit bila kan. Dia punya draft lah, draft. Bukannya submit report tu. Okay, kita ada banyak lagi nampak, quality, leading, controlling tu semua. Okay. So ni general guidelines, dah ada dah dekat dalam tu. Okay, report 30%, tengok Untuk report 30%. Presentation 15%. Each of the student group, ni nanti bila dah siap. Bila dah siap semua, sampailah chapter quality. So you dah, assignment semua dah siap, barulah you akan present. Present tu macam mana? Each of student needs to present the project. Student need to come out with the video recording presentation 3 to 5 minutes based on your creativity lah. Itu presentation dia. Cara dia. So nanti last nanti baru buat. Okay, tapi permulaan ni saya nak after kita dah settlekan chapter tersebut. So I hope that you will work out together with your group members, okay, untuk discuss sama-sama apa company yang kena ada, you nak buat, kena ada level of manager, types of manager dengan apa yang ada content dalam group report ni lah. Okay, kena, maksud sekarang ni, you kena discuss sampai tajuk decision making. Hari ni organizing. Sampai situ yang kamu kena settlekan. Discuss dengan kawan-kawan. Apa yang you nak buat untuk company kamu tu? Apa plan company kamu? Apa organizing company kamu? Apa decision making yang company kamu buat? Berdasarkan dengan apa yang kita dah discuss dekat dalam kelas. Can you understand what I mean? Boleh dapat tak? Okay, ada soalan tak? Faham sampai mana yang you kena cover untuk report ni? Sekarang ni kamu kena discuss sekarang. Saya tak nak nanti dah habis dan nak habis baru dan nak hantar baru nak buat. Tak nak macam tu tau. Saya nak kamu buat dari sekarang. Sama juga dengan ACC 106 tu. Okay, macam alhamdulillah bagus, very good. Siapa yang dah hantar, semua dah hantar kan? Good discussion. Okay, untuk yang ni juga mgt162 pun saya nak buat macam tu juga, yang sama. So maknanya kamu tak akan buat sekali harum terus masa time tu. Tak. You kena buat sedikit demi sedikit. Habis dia satu chapter terus buat discussion, group discussion. Okay? Boleh faham? Supaya, kenapa? Sebab nanti barulah boleh ingat tau. Baru you boleh ingat apa yang saya ajar and then you boleh terus apply dekat dalam group project kamu. Itu maksud dia. Okay? Itu maksud saya. Kalau apa yang kita dah discuss, lepas chapter tu kita dah habis, so you dah ada dia punya idea. Okay, kalau nak tunggu, nak tengok balik, saya punya ni nanti kamu dah tak telarat nak tengok saya punya recording tu selama 2 jam, 3 jam kan. Mesti dah tak telarat nak tengok satu persatu. Okay, tapi make sure that you work up now. Sekarang. Start daripada sekarang. Okay. So contoh nampak. Group number 1, Amelia, Farisa, Adika, Syamil, Aiman, Amirul. Okay, so semua ni buat group discussion. Bila? Cari tarikh. Lepas tu discuss untuk company punya introduction. Nak buat company apa. Yang kedua, planning, organizing dengan cover 3 benda tu lah yang decision making. Sama juga dengan grup Arisha, Camelia, Hazrin, Syafiqah dengan Farida. Okay, so actually kita ada lagi seorang tu nama dia Laili. So dia dekat grup 3, Laili Syamimi. Yang Laili Syamimi ni awak kena, saya pun tak tahulah sebenarnya apa dengan dia. Sekejap ada, sekejap tak ada. Sekejap masuk kelas, sekejap hilang. Saya tak tahu apa masalah dia. Okay, daripada last semester pun dia macam tu juga. So kena kejar dia, grup nombor 3 ni, grup 3 ni. Grup 3, siapa grup dengan dia? Siapa grup dengan dia? Haziq Daniel, Sadam, Sadam, Balkis, Zulfa. Zulfa tolong kejar Laili ni So make sure kalau you dia tak siapkan kerja nanti effect markah kumpulan group project. This is the group project, okay? So kalau you all dah kau team dengan dia tak boleh nak bagi kerja sama pun, let me handle it, okay? Report to me and then I will handle it. Okay? Boleh? Haziq? Sadam, Baki, Zulfa. Boleh dengar tak? Suara saya? Bagi respon sikit. Okay? So, tolong Nini dah diploma tau. So, jangan buat lagi perangai sebelum-sebelum ni. Okay? So, dengan Pra dengan saya pun sama si Laili Syamini. Saya tak tahulah apa masalah. Okay, so tolong work up untuk group project kamu. Okay, so next kita nak tengok organizational structure. You kena faham organizational structure ni supaya nanti you nak kena buat group project. Group project tu ada organizing. So apa dia organization structure? Kita tengok yang last sebelum ni. Okay, ni key element. Okay, key element ni. Key element selepas ni kan. Sekejap. Sekejap lagi gelap. Types of structure. Okay, types of structure. Okay, key element ni maksudnya apa? Okay, dalam organisasi struktur organisasi tu, structure tu macam carta lah. Okay, carta organisasi tu. Okay, kena ada work specialization. Okay, work specialization tu apa? To what degree are articles subdivided into separate jobs? Okay, work specialization maknanya kenapa kita separatekan kerja tu kepada satu group? Kenapa kita kena separatekan? Okay, contoh, finance. Kita dalam setiap company mesti dia ada finance punya department. Okay, kenapa you divide dia dengan administration? Sebab finance dia lain sikit. Finance berkaitan dengan keuangan. Okay, kena ada work specialization. Lagi apa key element yang kena ada dalam organization structure? Departmentalization. Okay, on what basis job will be grouped? Okay, contoh kita ada tadi department HR. Okay, dengar ni take note apa yang kena ada dekat dalam setiap organisasi. Ataupun kamu nak cari tambah knowledge lagi berkaitan dengan organisasi structure ni, tengok ke dekat Google. Okay, Google type je organizational structure. Dekat situ berlambak organizational structure ataupun strata organisasi untuk setiap syarikat. Dia akan bagi awak banyak information tentang tu. So you kena gunakan, masukkan dalam group project kamu. Okay, and then check apa lagi ada? Human resource. Human resource ni dia akan handle berkaitan dengan employees of the company. Berkaitan dengan employees, banyaklah perkara. Untuk pekerja, apa dia yang kena ada? Nak cari pekerja baru, lagi apa? Nak cari, nak bagi gaji kat pekerja, cuti pekerja, banyak benda perkara yang nak kena settle berkaitan dengan human resource. Lagi, department apa yang ada? Finance. Finance berkaitan dengan keuangan. Kalau nak buat loan, okay, dengan bank, okay, ataupun nak buat pembayaran kepada gaji pekerja, itu semua finance. Lagi, administration. Dia buat kerja-kerja clerical. Contoh nak kena ada dokumen, prepare dokumen, submit dokumen, itu semua admin. Okay, kalau operational tu tengoklah, kalau company kamu tu kamu buat manufacturing company, mestilah ada operational lah ataupun production department. Lagi kalau ada manufacturing, kena ada apa lagi? Department procurement ataupun purchasing department. Dia lagi banyak lah kalau kamu manufacturing company. Kalau kamu servis ataupun consultant ke, servis bukan buat produk, dia lagi sikit saja. Ada HR, ada finance, ada admin. Okay. Kalau college ada apa? Academic, ada finance, ada admin, ada marketing. Itu college. Okay. Lepas tu, apa lagi? Key element dia, chain of command, to whom individuals and groups reports. Okay. Kepada siapa sesuatu pekerja tu dia akan report kerja yang dia dah siap. Okay. Contoh macam saya kena buat report. After dah kelas dah habis, I will do report implementation class. Hantar kepada siapa? Signed by siapa? This is chain of command. Okay. And then span of control. Okay, seorang manager dia akan jaga berapa employees. Itu maksud dia span of control. Okay. Seberapa ramai yang dia control, manager tu control. Itu maksud span of control. And then centralized and decentralized, who will be the sole maker of decision. Nanti you kena identify lah. Kalau dekat company kamu, gunakan centralized bagi contoh. Siapa yang akan buat keputusan? CEO contoh. Ataupun decentralization, siapa? Head of department yang akan buat keputusan. Itu maksudnya centralized and decentralized. And then formalization. Kamu dekat satu company kamu tu mesti akan ada rules and regulation lah. Okay, yang kita akan gunakan untuk employees kita. Apa rules and regulation dia? Apa standard of operating procedure? Kena ada. Macam mana nak tengok, nak tahu contoh dia? Tengok dekat dalam Google. Okay, dia ada rules and regulation tu based on your company itself lah. Kamu create sendirilah. Benda ni kena kreatif. Okay, rules and regulation. Contohnya, kena masuk kerja pukul berapa. Okay, kalau cuti lebih 3 hari kena minta dari kena minta ataupun mohon seminggu sebelum. Contoh macam tu. Itu rules and regulation of your company staff. That we call it as formalization. Okay. Itu adalah elemen-elemen yang kena adalah dalam organizational structure. Boleh faham tak? Class? Okay, very good. Okay, so tengok dia punya organization structure dia. Apa dia? Line organization. Kalau line organization ni adalah the simplest form. Inilah structure yang you nak pilih. Kamu nak pilih line ke? Sekejap lagi nak pilih apa? Ikut kepada kesesuaian syarikat kamu. Apa yang you dah discuss dengan group kamu, itulah yang kamu pilih. Line organization is the simplest form of organization and is most common among small companies. Kalau kamu buka company yang kecil saja, line organization saja. Okay, it clearly identify authority, responsibility and accountability at each level. Okay, contoh, siapa manager? Kamu pilih dekat dalam grup yang pertama, kamu kata Adika jadi manager ataupun Adika jadi CEO, director. So kamu pilihlah si Adika untuk jadi. So bawah Adika ada siapa? Director. Bawah siapa nak jadi director? Syamil contoh. Lepas tu bawah Syamil ada manager setiap department. Contoh Aiman Hakim jadi manager of human resource. Lepas tu Amirul jadi HR punya manager. Okay, ikut kepada kesesuaian syarikat kamu yang kamu create. Okay, itu line. Kita tengok ada tak dia punya contoh. Line tak ada contoh dia kat sini. Okay, so yang kedua kita tengok dia punya functional organization. Tengok Datuk cakap apa?
So big factory, you use line organization. Specific,
Dengar ke tak?
sometime product, we need some, like call it functional
Betul
organization.
tak dengar?
Those
Awak dengar
specialization
tak?
of product they want to produce, you cannot use the
Dengar tak
formal
kelas?
line production. So that's what they explaining here. We have the
Alamak,
president, we
mana
have
tak
the
dengar
vice
ni?
president, then we have the function manager down there. It's different from the
Saya tak dengar.
line production from only one president, then
Mahal.
number two is the deputy, number three
Tadi
manager,
dengar
number three,
functional.
four the supervisor, top one. Then we have the management.
Oh, sudah.
Management refers to the number of
Macam
subordinates
pula
within
dia
the
tak dengar
organization.
ni.
Whereas specialized, we need
Asal dia tak dengar ni?
some sort like functional.
Aduh, macam-macam hal lah. Sekejap kelas. Sekejap tau, saya try fix it. Try fix it. Kau balik lah.